Welcome back, guys, to Comic Corner from Grimworks. This is episode 18. We're just talking about anything and everything comics. We're gonna change a little bit this week because New York Comic Con just happened and there was some pretty good news for comics.
Yeah.
But the convention would actually have comic news, right? But you know, the New York one is usually the one that the writers and shit go to.
New York, C2E2, which is in Chicago, and Emerald City Comic Con tend to focus more on
the comics and
on
the
the comics, and then the SDCC San Diego Comic Con.
That's the shit show for Hollywood and
that's like everything, you know.
But let's start with what do you think was out of the stories we're gonna cover. What do you think was the most better one?
Well, I know which one you like.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're bringing back a character I like.
Yeah.
But
mine, it's actually this one. It's the Justice League and Doom Patrol join forces for Milk Wars.
Milk Wars?
Yeah, Fear the Milkman Man.
That has Gerard Wade. What's his name? Yeah, Gerard Wade, right?
Yeah,
that's him all over the cover.
Yeah, and this was actually released yesterday. This is from IGN, so we're getting some news from IGN. This is written by
we got a
Jesse.
source this time.
Yeah, Jesse Schreding. It says DC Comics is gearing up for the first major crossover between the Justice League and the revamped Doom Patrol in early 2018. Yesterday at NYCC, we learned more about Milk Wars, the weekly crossover that brings these two teams together. The Milk Wars is a weekly crossover that begins in January 2018. The story revolves around the debut of a new Frank Quitely designed villain called Milkman Man. The villain is...
Wait, his name is actually Milkman Man?
Uh-huh. There's a reason for it. The villain is being compared to the Anti-Monitor from Crisis on Infinite Earth, as his goal is to homogenize. Get it? That's a milk joke. The DCU and removes all traces of strangeness. Naturally, this doesn't sit well with the quirky heroes of Doom Patrol. And there's a picture of him. He just looks like a Superman in an old milkman costume, basically.
So alright, you're gonna have a Justice League crossover with Doom Patrol. That's pretty cool. I mean, I like the quirkiness that Gerard Way does right, and his the Animal faction. I think it's called Young Animal.
Young Animals.
Young Animal. So I hope they do some pretty good titles off it.
Yeah, it says the crossover begins with the pages of Justice League / Doom Patrol Special Number 1, written by Gerard Way and Steve Orlando.
So he is writing it.
He is writing it,
cool.
Or at least plotting it.
Or at least the main story is his creation.
Yeah, DC also shed more light on the imminent plans for Vertigo imprint, while co-publisher Jim Lee previously revealed plans for an ambitious Vertigo relaunch in August of 2018.
Okay, so they're gonna focus higher on Vertigo. That's pretty cool.
So that is really cool. Down for that. That's the one that I like, just because I like weird shit like that.
All right, then. The second one, I think we're both gonna like. That's gonna be, the Flash War. Like we have this, we had this conversation on videos, like where you think Barry is like a better Flash. Why I miss Wally, but I hope it's my Wally. Is that other Wally they kind of just hit through comics?
Don't sound too racist now.
No, not racist. But you know what? I'm gonna call him the Wally the Flash that wears a blue suit. That's how I saw him come back in New 52.
Because the blue suit is actually the Flash from the future.
That's the Flash from the future. So it's not Wally.
No, that's Barry Allen from the future.
So Wally's still sporting the red suit.
Yes.
Because I tried doing my research on some of the Flash stuff. I was like, where's Wally?
We can differentiate it as old school Wally and New 52.
All right, 90s Wally. How about that?
We can do that.
All right. So I like 90s Flash. You like 80s Flash.
Yes.
And the new Flashes, I don't really care for.
But yeah, it says again from IGN. All these stories are going to be from IGN. It says Flash Wars will answer who is the better Flash, Barry or Wally. And this is by Joshua Yale, I believe is how you pronounce his name. During DC Comics' Dark Knights Metal / New Age of Heroes panel at New York Comic Con, 3 announcements for the new stories of comic books were revealed. First among them was Flash War, a new storyline from writer Joshua Williamson and Howard Porter. Williamson explained how he always gets asked who is the better Flash, Barry Allen or the classic Wally West. Oh,
the classic Wally West.
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the story to address that fan debate. It will kick off in Flash Annual number 1 out in February.
Ooh.
And it goes through some other stuff.
The picture's actually pretty cool. It's Barry holding both Wally's.
No, that's actually Wally. Wally is holding New 52, the Yellow Flash, Kid Flash,
and then you have the Barry suit.
And then you have the Barry suit.
And he has like a blue lightning crossing through everything.
Looks like lightning is coming through. Let's see. Oh, apparently they're bringing back Brimstone, which is actually... Brimstone is a character that Jeff Johns had created when he was writing The Flash in the early 2000s.
I did like the run of Jeff Johns in The Flash. It's one of the small singles that I do have from The Flash off the beginning.
That's some nice teaser art there. All right.
So
if you do want to go to IGN and you can find all this stuff. But yeah, the rest of the story is just telling you a little bit about what's going on, some of the other things, and it actually leads into our third story, which is the one that you really cared about.
But you know, everybody has a debate who is the better what, and actually that's pretty cool that DC's actually going to answer some of them.
They're not going to answer.
Yeah, I know, but I could hope. Can I hope?
You can hope, but I'm just saying, gauge your response. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to get what I want. You're not going to get what you want. You know what I mean? It's going to be somewhere in the middle.
I hope Classic Wally wins.
Yeah, you want that. I want Barry to win, but they're not really gonna say who's better. They're just gonna have like, this kind of thing that says like
it's gonna be up in the air.
Exactly, they're all gonna be tied.
Yeah.
But this leads into one of the other major announcements, which is DC resurrects the Milestone universe and Tom Strong.
You know who's coming back in that universe? Static Shock.
Yeah, Static Shock, and there was a whole bunch of other during the time of Static Shock, like the late 90s, there was a whole bunch of other comics that actually went through that.
Is that Milestone Comics? Is the dude who created Static Shock? He created a little universe because he was an independent writer.
Duffy?
Yeah. He was an independent writer and he had his little comic thing. He's like, why don't you join DC? He's like, nah.
Yeah. But
so Static Shock was one of those, is he not DC? Yeah, they're going to get him back now.
Yeah, and Tom Strong is an old Alan Moore thing, but they're going to get into this. This is by Jesse Sheehan again. Some fan favorite DC properties are making their long-awaited return in 2018 at NYCC this week. DC shed some light on their plans for the upcoming relaunch of the Milestone imprint and reveals that other Alan Moore created properties is being integrated into the DC universe. The revived Milestone imprint is being dubbed Earth M. Earth M will feature a rebooted take on Dakota Universe characters like Static Shock, Icon, and Rocket, and take place in their own world in the larger DC multiverse. The line will kick off in spring 2018, the ongoing series Milestone from co-writers Reginald Hutland, he writes Black Panther, and Denys Cowan from Star Wars Mace Windu, artist Kelly Lashley from X-Men Gold. That's pretty cool.
Some pretty good writers, right?
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, some of the stuff we actually read and cover and like, so.
And some good artists. I mean, X-Men Gold, they actually nailed one of those guys. Similarly, the Wildstorm, similar to the Wildstorm, Milestone will set the stage for the larger Earth M universe and other books untitled until the Earth M banner. DC revealed 4 other titles that will spin out of Milestone. Let's see. Plastic Man. Oh, wait, that's the artist for Plastic Man. Will relaunch Static Shock. Oh, Greg Pak. Cool. He wrote World War Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Will write a miniseries called Duo, which focuses on 2 characters cursed to inhabit the same body for eternity.
Okay. Let's see that. Like a Firestorm kind of thing.
There's also going to be one called Love Army, which I actually do remember. That was a weird comic. Featuring a secret army of super strong women. And Earth M will, from co-writers, blah, blah, blah. We'll focus on a new vigilante superhero. We know fans have been waiting for the return of the Milestone media, and we're excited to collaborate with Reggie and Denys to build the new Earth M universe, said co-publisher Jim Lee. This world will reintroduce iconic characters fans know and love, along with new, bold, and original concepts, creating a new platform dedicated to inclusion and great storytelling.
I wonder how they're going to write Static Shock. Like, either you can keep on with the teen angst, or they're actually giving him like a grown-up role.
Yeah. I wonder if they're actually going to age him up. You know what I mean? Or he's going to be a thing. But let's see. In other unexpected news, DC reveals that Tom Strong fans can expect to see the character resurface near future. However, announced a new Tom Strong miniseries. Avenging scientist and his family are joining the cast of the Terrifics of the upcoming Dark Matter title from Jeff Lemire and artist Ivan Reis. Oh, 2 names that I absolutely love from artists.
So, Tom Strong, he's a scientist superhero.
It was created by Alan Moore and Chris Spouse in 1999 as part of the Wildstorm imprint, America's Best Comics.
Best comics.
But yeah, those are some of the. There's a bunch of stories that are circulating from NYCC, but
it had a whole bunch of them. But those are the ones we like because it was the characters we like. Kind of
exactly.
Reading stuff, but I think there's like 2 more stories that are really like headlining news. You guys could, if you guys want to read them, you could just head on to IGN.com and they should have all your comic news for the news that came out at the Comic-Con.
Yes, sir.
But we thought we'd just bring you a little bit of something, you know what I mean? Before we get to the floppies we picked up this week. We're going to give some honorable mentions real quick. We're going to just go straight fast, be like, okay, they're good reads, but they're not our pick of the weeks or something that we want to go great into detail.
Yeah.
And the first one's going to be Venom.
155. Writer is Mike Costa and drawn by Mike Bagley. So this is one of the covers. You may want to show off the other
one. This is the other cover. Marvel was giving these weird... what is it called?
They're lenticular covers.
Lenticular covers.
They're basically show 2 different images. The thing is, these aren't that great. If you actually look at the DC ones, they're way better quality in terms of like actually showing you 2 different pictures. But the Marvel ones are lacking. Just take that into consideration if you're.
You know what I did like though? The little old school stamp they give you inside the comic.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like when we were kids and we got like something special in the comics. It was like the stuff you sign up for, like some came with gum and other ones came with stickers. Yeah, I was like, that's pretty cool. But Venom, it's you figure it out last issue that he's trying to think he's gonna be a hero. Yeah, and he's decided. And during the whole thing is like, all right, so we're gonna be heroes, but I'm hungry. Yeah, and Venom, the symbiote, eats flesh. Yeah. So he's like trying to battle through the whole comic, and at the end of them, they're gonna give you a villain that actually is gonna fight Venom, which that's pretty cool.
That's okay.
It's good. I mean, it's good Venom. It's not as deep as the other issue.
Yeah, last month's issue was awesome.
But this one, it continues with the good stuff that I want to keep reading. Yeah. I want to see what he does. I want to see who he picks up to feed. Next honorable mention is...
The Shadow and Batman #1. This is from Steve Orlando, and Giovanni Timpano is actually doing the artwork. This seems weird because we do mention Batman and The Shadow. This is Dynamite's version now. Yep. So they're actually doing that.
They're in the Shadow realm.
Yeah, it deals with a character that was created. Actually, I don't know if you can see this one. I don't think you can. But the poster is Batman and Robin. Basically, Grant Morrison made a character called Pig.
Pig and Frog.
Yeah, so the pig is in here, and somebody has resurrected his Dollatrons. You don't know who it is, but even the Shadow is scared of it. So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much the comic.
That's pretty much. I mean, not enough to keep going, but enough to pick up the next issue.
Yeah. Next up is Green Arrow #32, written by Benjamin Percy and Joshua Williamson, and the art is done by Juan Ferreira.
Oh man, this one was The art is garbage to begin with.
It's not great, no.
The artwork's crap. But it does give you like little Easter eggs to the metal stuff where you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this one actually tied in and said that this is literally going into Metal #3. Like the whatever they're doing throughout this little series of books. It was like Teen Titans, Green Arrow, Nightwing, and Suicide Squad. Yeah. Throughout those 4 issues, they kind of explained what was going on with Gotham a little more in depth.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Batman Who Laughs was giving your Batman rogues like little demon heavy metal soup up.
Yeah, he was giving them like cards made of that nth metal, and it was actually like turning them. There's a frequency in there that makes them go a little metal. Yeah, it's weird. It's not a great story, but it does wrap up. The last like 3 or 4 pages are actually really cool, and I hope that really does have a big effect on.
They find weaknesses and stuff like that, but the art is garbage. The story into the last pages is like, I can do without. Yeah. But once it gets to the actual metal stuff, it's good.
All right. And next up for honorable mentions is Justice League #30, written by Brian Hitch and drawn by Fernando Passarin. This basically takes off exactly where it left off.
In the Legacy?
Yeah, the darkness is now consuming Wonder Woman. And we finally know who's underneath the mask of Sovereign.
Yeah, and you find out why Aquaman did what he did. And it kind of ties everything up. And of course, they're all fighting. They're like, heroes up and stuff like that. It's good, but it's not the ending I kind of wanted.
Well, it's not an ending. It's leading to it. I think there's maybe there's at least one more, but there could be two more.
Yeah, but the thing is, you kind of know where they're headed, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see sometimes knowing where it ends isn't what's the matter. It's how it gets there.
Yeah, but all these issues were filled with action and thought profiles.
I know.
And this one was just like,
you're upset there's not enough Aquaman, and I get it, bro.
Oh, there wasn't. There was actually Aquaman. The story was good. You're like, okay. And he's like, I don't know what to do and choose, and it's a whole thing. But it was bland to me. It was good, but it could have been more.
There's enough stuff to keep me there.
I'm gonna pick up the next issue because I want to see where this blandness goes.
Yeah.
But I could tell where it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be.
That's it for our honorable mentions. Now we're on to our hardcore reviews. First up, I'm not a fan. Venomverse number 5, Cullen Bunn and drawn by Ivan Coelho.
Look, the last thing I want to do on this show or in life is say that Roman's right.
Yeah.
And to agree with Roman, especially when he's like, "Oh man, your taste is garbage," and everything. But why, Venomverse? Why would you let me down this way?
It was garbage from the beginning. I told you this.
Look, why? I just want to know, Marvel. Why would you set up something that I like so much, filled with action, and you have all these Venoms, and then just be like, all right, let's just end it.
Because if it's all action, there's nothing to keep you there. And then once the action runs out, you have a mediocre ending.
You know how bad it was? Is that I picked up a comic, I only read half of it. We were trying to see what we talk about, and I skipped to the last page so I could be like, okay, it's the ending. And I was like, did I finish reading this? Yeah. I'd be like, no. And I finished reading them, and I was like, really? That's the ending they're going to give this? After all that fighting, after everything? And be like, that's it. And of course, you have that the whole Marvel cinematic universe, you have to stay after the credits to get that one piece and be like, shit's coming. That wasn't even worth it because I don't care.
Look, here's the thing. Spoilers. Big time spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Who's controlling the puppet strings? Like every other fucking comic Marvel is doing right now. It's Thanos. Thanos is pulling the strings to everything.
And I hate that fucking Dr. Doom kneeled to him. Doom's always been that strong ending that he kneels to no one. He's like, I'm sorry. I was like,
that's the thing. I kept telling you this from the beginning. There's no stakes.
And then there's okay, so you had these group of people come together, right? And they're like, man, we saw people die, and we're like, there's other ones with us, right? And then they're like, they return to their fucking planet. They're like nothing happened. I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck is this? Venom goes back to his apartment. He's like, we don't have food in the fridge.
I'm basking in the
I was like, I was so disappointed.
I'm basking in how I know comics. I knew from the beginning it was gonna be shit. And this one was literally the worst one. It's supposed to go out with a bang.
It's supposed to go out with a bang.
Everything is supposed to go out with a bang. It went out with a whimper. It was terrible.
It was like,
just don't buy it.
It's like when
this is a review, and I'm saying do not buy this.
You know what it was? It was like when you want to spit, and you don't have it, your mouth is dry.
Yeah, it's dry.
That's what it was.
Yeah, it was.
And I understand. Look, I understand that my taste in comics is not for everybody. But usually stuff like the Marvel verses and the zombies and the Deadpools and the Punishers, they usually end with like, oh, okay, that's a good ending.
Yeah.
They usually stop the bad guy and shit. They didn't even fucking stop the bad guy.
Nope.
Everybody, it was just like...
They just went back to the universes like nothing happened. And guess what? There's gonna be a Venomverse 2, and guess what? It's still gonna suck.
It's gonna be like, what the fuck? No bad guy will stop. The heroes don't care that they lost all these allies and shit. It was just like, It was like a fucking nightmare dream that just they woke up from.
It's literally meaningless. Like I told you this, you have to make us care about these characters. And from the very beginning, I knew nothing was really gonna come of these characters.
You see, I cared for Eddie, and I thought Carnage was gonna do something.
Yeah.
And I thought the whole fucking setup of buy us time because Rocket was doing shit and Doctor Strange was like trying to fight everybody off. I was like, oh man, that's at least gonna be a really strong last issue where they're like, this is why Rocket needed the time, and this is Carnage finally getting what he wanted, to get loose and kill whatever he wants. And you know what happened? Nothing. Carnage is like there for like 2 panels. And there's like slash. I was like, man, fuck that shit.
I'm gonna take this sip.
Yeah, it was disappointing. I'm done talking about this damn garbage.
That was good stuff.
Let's talk about a good comic.
Yes, this was surprisingly good. It's Batman the White Knight #1. This is interesting because it's written, drawn, and inked by the same person, and it's colored by a different. So it's all done that by Sean Murphy, great artist. And with the help of Matt Hollingsworth, who did the colors for it.
All right. This is gonna be my pick of the week.
Okay.
But again, it's gonna be my ego of everybody that goes against me because I'm a big Joker fan. I mean, like Joker, everything. You guys can see the collection I have is mostly Joker stuff and Deadpool and Punisher. But the one thing I always have arguments with my brother and Roman is that, man, Joker's pretty gay. He's gay for Batman, and he's like, if he could, he would give Batman, the business. And this how they portrayed this. I hated the beginning, but the rest of the comic was really fucking strong. Good.
I like that because that's something that's always been there. If you read a lot of the comics, if you read,
I read it. Yeah, like Joker's always said, Batman, you need me, I make you Batman. But in this comic, he calls him his lover.
Yeah,
he goes.
That's not the first time.
I was like, I cringed a little bit because I was
like, are you homophobic?
Oh no, not homophobic. It's that
just trying to catch him and shit.
I knew that you guys were gonna make fun of me for a little bit more, be like. Joker's gay, right? Just like they did with Deadpool.
I have actually no problems with Joker. I like Joker as a character. He's just way too overused.
Oh yeah, I mean he's like Harley Quinn, the pop culture.
He's like Harley Quinn. He's like Deadpool. He's just overused. There's a lot of other characters, a lot of villains that I think they should focus on besides him. But he's the one. He's the mainstay. I mean, he's there for a reason. I like him, and I like that he has like this kind of attraction to him. It's not sexual. It's literally like it's a friendship. Like, I love you.
Yeah.
And he says like love and hate are the same thing.
I just find him be like, you're my lover. I was like, really, dude? Come on, give me just a little bit. People who read this be like, Tony, Joker real gay. I mean, like, how am I gonna defend him? He's like, yeah, he a little gay.
Yeah,
he a little gay. But aren't we all a little gay?
But that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with Joker. Joker is meant to push Batman's buttons,
and he did.
Like
and he did it in a fucking smart, intelligent way.
Yes,
he made the world hate Batman, which I loved.
Yeah,
and the action scenes of Batman. Or spoilers, real quick. 3, 2, 1. Batman beats the shit out of Joker in front of an audience.
Yeah.
They don't know who recorded it to let it out to the mass media.
Yeah.
But Gordon was there, Batgirl was there, Robin was there. All these people were there like, dude, stop. But no one stopped them.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Joker's just like, he planned it out where he's like, I need help. I need you to help me. Just let me do this. And they're fighting in a medical storage.
It's a medical like packing facility,
right?
Yeah.
And Joker's like, let me take my medicine, and we're gonna be good, and I can help you. Can you help me?
Yeah.
And the best little panel I like is when Batman grabs a fistful of pills.
Oh, he just turns the bottle over,
and he just like shows it in the store. He's like, and he holds it down, and Gordon's like, dude, that's gone too far. And Batgirl's like, really, Batman? And you could see Batman cry, like he lets out a tear.
Yeah.
And I was like, he broke him. They finally gave me what I wanted. Joker beat Batman, broke him. And the comic is just that. It's just like, all right, Batman's in Arkham, and Joker's out in freedom. They give him money because, he sued the city.
Well, that's the whole thing is like towards the end of the comic book, again, spoilers. I mean,
It's that good. We want to spoil it because we want you to read it and just pick it up. It's such a good story.
It is really good. The whole thing is like those pills somehow cure whatever illness the Joker had, schizophrenia, whatever it is.
But they don't know anything about it.
They don't know anything about it, but it's pretty much cured him. So he's basically exactly what he is without the kind of madness to drive him there. They actually say that he's beyond genius level intelligence. Like he's even higher than a genius they know. And that's the thing.
They compared him to what, Enigma?
No, they didn't compare him.
No.
He's just like head and shoulders above everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing is like the Joker is that. If he actually was serious and he didn't have whatever kind of mental disease.
What they're putting in all the comics, the whole laugh thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then he would be the worst villain for Batman. He would literally kill Batman. Like, just nothing. And that's the whole thing is, like, the thing is, you're focusing on the Joker broke Batman, but Batman broke Joker.
Yes.
Because he pushed him to it. He's just like, you don't care anymore.
See, but when you're reading this, if you like both characters,
yes,
you read it that way.
Exactly.
I read it because I'm a big Joker fan. I read it to be like, he finally did it. Because they give you those panels. They give you the panels of Batman crying. They give you the panels of Batman behind bars and the Joker's just staring at him. He's like, this is what happens.
Yes.
But you're a Batman fan and you read it. He's like, he broke the Joker.
Yeah, he broke the Joker. But, like, that's the thing is, like, that's like the cool thing that he's like going in with this comic is I didn't expect much from this comic. I thought like just the synopsis of it when we read it, I was kind of like, we'll see.
Tony written all over it.
Yeah, and it's not even that. It was just like I'm not too sure like what it's really going to be. And then Sean Murphy, who wrote another comic book that I like called Punk Rock Jesus, is proving that he's a fantastic writer, honestly, because he's giving you like the layers. Like there's nothing in here that's kind of just given to you.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like an onion.
Yeah, it is like an onion. And the thing is, at the end of the comic, they both need each other.
Exactly.
And they're like, can we work together? And I don't know who the bad guy is in this.
Exactly. You don't know. You don't know who produced these meds. That's one thing.
You don't even know if they're real. You don't know if it's a scheme of a Joker.
You don't know if it's a scheme of a Joker. Joker's got a plastic surgery apparently, so he can look like a normal human being. He doesn't have like the extended smile and everything. Batman is struggling with Alfred dying and working with Mr. Freeze.
Yep.
Like he's actually working with a villain to try to save Alfred. So like all these things are starting to like add up.
Meanwhile, you have his subordinates questioning.
Yeah. Because
he doesn't, of course, Batman's not going to let anybody know his problems. So Nightwing, Batgirl, and Robin, they don't know what's going on with Batman other than he's pushing the limits.
Yeah.
And they're like, why should we help him?
Exactly. And the cool thing is like the whole angle with the actual police department.
Yes.
That is so good.
Like, the stuff with Gordon, they have both sides.
Exactly.
With, Detective Bullock?
Yeah, Detective Bullock is like, I told you Batman was a fucking like nuisance to the city, and you didn't believe him. And then Gordon was like, it's the only way we can clean it up. So like,
and I loved it because the news media is like, Gordon's like, we didn't have nothing to do with Batman. Yeah. Why do you have the bat signal on top of the police station?
Yeah, Joker tells him like,
and it was like, checkmate. Joker told him, it's like, what's up? Give my money, because he sued the city, and I was like, give my money. I was like, yes. I'm waiting for part 2 of this. This I was so excited for this that I didn't know it was coming out other than the last show. So when I showed up to a comic book shop that we go to, I have a couple buddies that know me there. They're like, dude, a comic came out for you, and they actually held it for the side for me. They're like, you're gonna read this. I was like, I knew about it. It's good, guys. Pick it up.
It is. But next up, this was probably going to be my pick of the week, but it just got edged out. This is Dark Knight's Batman, The Dawnbreaker #1, written by Sam Humphries and drawn by Ethan Van Sciver.
Again, this one was really, really close to being the pick of the week because they finally gave me the way I see Batman. They finally give the world the way I see Batman as a broken teenage boy. And what happens?
Teenage boy though.
He starts as a teenage when he get the rings when he's a little kid, right?
He gets it when he's
broken kid.
Yeah, 10.
Like an emo broken kid throwing a fit, and they find it because that's always been my argument against Bruce Wayne. He's like, why is he so powerful? He's just an emo kid that doesn't know what to do because he lost his parents, and he's like, I learned all this and yet can't fill that void. They finally wrote him the way I see him. This is the way I see Batman, and I was like, that's why he's complete garbage in my eyes, because if you were ever to give Batman like total power, I think it would destroy him. Like there was one issue where Sinestro offered him a yellow ring. They're like, nah, that would be too much for him. They would fucking.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, his will overrid the fear.
But his will is the reason he's become so strong.
And that's the whole thing. Is like, I've always disagreed with the way he describes it. He's just like an emo little kid. I don't see it that way, just because I can't really put myself in the shoes of somebody that's lost their parents. So, I mean, anybody that's lost their parents, especially at a young age, there is a very big void, and that's addressed in here.
There is.
But the thing is, like, to call it just like emo is kind of just reductive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but even though when you have that power to save others, that void kind of overtook him.
Yeah,
and made him throw it. This comic is like him throwing a fit.
Yeah.
That's all I see. This comic,
which is, I like it because it's like, oh, it's a dark universe. This is like one version of Batman, what he'd become. You know, if he had. He has so much willpower. He overrode the one rule in the Green Lantern ring that is basically lethal force cannot be enabled, and he basically kills the guy who basically killed his parents.
Something Frost, Jack Frost, something.
It was something like that. That's the thing is. In the Batman White Knight, to go back there, they go by the old school movie. Well, not the old school movie. The 1989 Batman movie, the Michael Keaton Batman. Jack Napier is. Oh yeah,
they gave. That's another interesting thing I forgot to say about White Knight.
Yeah.
They finally gave Joker a name.
Yeah.
In the comics.
Yeah, but
because in the movies he's had a name.
Yeah.
But the whole comic stuff is like, who is the Joker?
Yeah.
I like how they actually chose a name and a backstory for him.
I like that. That's the way that Sean Murphy in this one is differentiated it, and it seems the same way. But the thing is, there is no Joker in this Dawnbreaker. There's other villains that you do see, and basically,
I love that part.
3, 2, 1. Spoilers. He pretty much kills everybody.
Yeah, like, he kills all the Batman rogues, and they focus one panel where it's the Penguin.
Yeah,
and even though the Penguin, he's just a thief, right? He's always been a thief.
Yeah,
and he's like, you know what, dude? I'm leaving. I'm not even here to bother you. I'm just picking up my shit. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
and he's like, nah, you're a nuisance to the world, and just like that.
Yeah, you just snap his time. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Is like, there's a lot of panels. I mean, one of like the things that I was like, oh shit, that's really cool. Is he pretty much takes out the whole Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, I think again Batman had too much strength, but yeah, because his willpower was like 200 spot.
Come on, man.
It was twofold, right? Because all the Green Lanterns, like the max I've seen is like 120, 130.
What?
That was Hal Jordan, the willpower ring. When they're like give signatures like your.
Oh no! There's somewhere like it reaches like 500 when they're. But that's the thing is that's in
our universe.
That's in our universe, and he has to be near a Blue Lantern because hope feeds will.
Yeah, but this one, it was on his own.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, when he's doing his killings and stuff, he doesn't know that he's creating darkness in the ring.
Yeah.
Which is creating what you call them, monsters, creatures.
Yeah, I mean it's just basically like a whole other like. It's like part of the way I interpreted it was like the dark multiverse that they're in. He sucked that into the actual ring.
Oh, I actually never thought of that.
So that's really good. Yeah, so like the negative space in the dark multiverse, he's basically put it into the ring, and he's made like another home there. And the whole thing is like he's just so afraid to be alone that he pretty much he has all these monsters now as his friend.
They're his friends.
Yeah,
it's good. I'm loving these one time.
The one shots are really good. Yeah,
how the villains get created. I'm liking how Batman is destroying these heroes, and they're giving Batman the way other people see him. Like this one, this is how I see Batman: a broken child that's trying to find a way to fill the void, but he just can't communicate with the world, and that's what happens. That's why I think that Batman has too much power at the beginning of the comics, but this proves that if he had even more power, he would go crazy. I'm not, but it was. Oh man, these comics were good.
But yeah, they are good.
All right, we're gonna get into our pick of the weeks.
Yeah.
And the first one's gonna be Romans.
Yeah, it's Eugenics #1, written by James Tynion IV and drawn by Eric Donovan. The reason I picked this is just because it's fucked up. Like it's
a Boom comic, right?
Yes. It's a Boom comic. Yeah. The thing is, like, it's wordy. It's wordy as fuck. The thing is, like, it's such like a different story from anything that I've really read. The whole thing is there is a virus that pretty much is killing off the entire human race. There is a scientist that works to reverse this. So he gives it to at least half the population. There is a medical group that helps them distribute it, like mass produce it and distribute it. The whole thing is there's a turn in terms of the new generation of kids, and how they're developed. It's so weird. It's really good.
He cures the people of the now.
Yes.
But if they have babies that come out mutated, they come out. You see the. I hope you guys can see the cover.
Yeah.
That creature-looking thing. That's a baby.
Yeah, and the spoilers, I guess.
You want
All
to?
Right. So 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. The whole thing is this guy is like. They think it's a side effect. Like all these babies are coming out with defects, and he says like, "Oh, there's no unplanned defects." And he's like, okay, well, we're going to fix this, whatever. And he goes, no, you misunderstand me. Like, there's no side effects that I didn't put in already. So basically what he's doing is he's eliminating kind of all hate. He's eliminating skin color. He's eliminating people looking alike. Like, no baby will ever.
God.
Exactly. And that's what I like about it. It's different. It's way different. And that's why I was like, you were like, that's your fucking pick of the week?
I mean, because I read it. Yes, it's wordy and it's a good story. But I think the Batman stuff had your name written all over it.
It did,
because it's a stronger shit. Because it's especially this one because you're a big Lantern fan, big Lantern and you're a big Batman fan. I was like, they finally gave you a little bit of everything. And when I read this, it was interesting. But I'm not a fan of the sci-fi stuff.
Yeah,
I'm more of a magic kind of stuff. And I was like, okay.
And that's why I liked it. He kind of explains like what he did and like what he's doing for the future. And it does not end the way that you would think it would. Nope. Like the way that it ends is basically like this huge meeting with all these people from this medical conglomerate. And he tells them all this. He tells them like, yeah, I'm making a brand new breed of people. Like whatever we are, all the hatred that we have is going to be erased and we're all going to be different. But we're not going to be hated just because of the color of our skin or anything like that.
He's trying to fix the world, but you know what you can't fix everybody.
Exactly.
You can't play God all you want, but
well, that's the thing is like, how much is too far, basically?
Yo.
Because there's a black guy that comes up to him right as he's dying, because what he does is he puts in like a mutated version of that disease. And he sprays something in his face right before he talks, just so it delays the effects on him. So he dies as well. The thing is, like, this black guy's like, hold on to him. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you should be happy. Like, I'm not, like, there's not going to be any, like, all your future kids are not going to be judged by the color of skin. And he goes, I didn't want you to get rid of my damn race. And he's just like, well, maybe it went too far, but it's too late now. And it's just like so weird that this guy is just like, yeah, I'm gonna fix the world and fuck it. I'm just leaving it the way it is.
It's gonna be an ongoing series, right? It's not a one shot.
It's not a one shot, but it is a limited series. It's 3 issues.
Yeah, so it should be good. It's a good story.
Yeah.
So what happens if someone actually gave you what everybody cries about?
Mm-hmm.
What happens if the world can have that one piece that they want, or what they think is going to be peace? That's a big one.
Exactly.
It's like people say, "Oh man, if there was no racism, if there was no bigotry, if there was no sexism, the world would be a better place." So this guy who played God's going to give you that. Are you gonna live the happy life?
Exactly, and it's just really interesting to see this kind of.
The art's good though. I do like the art.
Oh, the art's cool.
But
it's almost reminiscent of Sean Murphy, actually, the Batman White Knight. Yeah. There's some similarities there.
But you have to be a fan of sci-fi.
Yeah, you got to be like hardcore sci-fi or like faux fiction.
Yeah, but it's good. It's like Twilight series. Good, and it's good. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Now let's get to my pick of the week, and I know that Roma. You know what? I'm gonna give you what was this called?
Oh, the lenticular.
I'm gonna give the lenticular whatever comic first because I don't understand why the X-Men's on top of this one.
Yeah,
you can see it. Yeah, it's whatever. But let's get to the cover that I like, and that's gonna be
Spirits of Vengeance #1. It's written by Victor Gischler and drawn by David Balian.
Yes. So they give me everything they want. All right, we're talking about sci-fi and shit. I'm a fan of Heaven and Hell, the Mystics, and the Magic side. And they finally put the big heavy hitters from Marvel together, made a super group.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It starts with an angel talking to Johnny Blaze, actually, not Robbie.
Yeah.
Because Robbie's the new Ghost Rider, but it's Johnny. And he's like, I knew you were to be here. You could help me. He takes him off he takes something on him that made him a wound, hands it to him. He's like, go find the head demon,
Hellstorm,
and tell him
Hellstrom.
Hellstrom. And he's like, he's gonna tell you what to do. So he does, right? The dude goes up in blaze and shit. So Johnny goes and talks to Hellstrom. He's like, what is this? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Is like, I don't know. And then so he starts, going through the magic world of Marvel. He starts asking psychics and fallen people and stuff. He's like, something big is coming.
Yeah.
But we're too afraid to say. Just, kind of gear up.
Yep.
He's like, oh, okay, so let's recruit some people. He recruits Blade. I like Blade. Blade's pretty cool. And then out of everything, he recruits his sister. Which I thought it was weird because the sister is an actual evil.
Yeah, it's Satana.
Yeah. Like, if you guys don't know, Hellstorm is trying to be good. He is the son of the devil. But he doesn't want to embrace the evilness.
Yeah.
So he tries as much to, stay on the side of the good. You guys know Ghost Rider, has the demon in him. But again, he tries to be good. And you have Blade, which is a vampire. A Daywalker. I love that. Yeah. I love that name.
That's a good name. Yeah.
He's a vampire, he still has that blood, that thirst to be the vampire. But, stays on the side of good. But you have this chick. She's like, I'm the daughter of the fucking devil. Why should I be good?
Yeah.
And they kind of put them together, and you can find the mystery of whatever took down this demon, or it was a demon ranger, I can't remember. But he's like, all right, let's go and find him, which is good. Out of this comic has every element that I like. It has magic, it has heaven and hell, and it has a group of people you wouldn't see actually put together, work together. So if you guys like all that, I suggest you pick it up because it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good story.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like any of the characters. Blade is like the one that I know best. And they really mistreated Blade in terms of like a lot of stories. So I'm not too psyched about this. Another reason I'm not too psyched about this is they've done this before. The Spirits of Vengeance series is like a mini-series that they did. I think they did 2 back in the 90s. They may have done 1 in the 2000s. I'm not too sure. I checked that. But it's just not a team that I'm super, I'm not super familiar with and I really don't care about.
Oh, that's right. You don't really like Ghost Rider like we go like Ghost Rider.
I don't like Ghost Rider.
My household is a big Ghost Rider fan. My older brother and my younger brother be like, all right, we mess with it.
I think he's kind of a whack-ass character.
Flaming Skulls and a Gearhead, that's kind of who we are as a family.
Yeah, I get it. It's just like, for me, Even when I was like a little kid and you're supposed to like Ghost Rider, I never liked Ghost Rider.
Nah?
No. I just couldn't get into him. I could get into Wolverine for some fucked up reason, but I couldn't get Ghost Rider.
I mean, Wolverine has layers of depth that Ghost Rider doesn't.
Yeah, but I was a kid. It was just shink. That's all it was. But this comic is... It's not bad. It's just not exactly what I look for in the comic book. Especially
it's not wordy at all.
Yeah, it's literally... like
It's like we're hunting for a bad guy. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Like, you can read this in like less than 5 minutes.
And you have Blade fighting some people. You have... Ghost Rider fighting some people, and you're like,
and that's the thing. It's just like, I don't understand why they're recruiting Blade if all he really cares about is killing vampires. Like as far as I know, Blade does not give a shit about anything else.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about demons.
He doesn't care about demons. He doesn't care about heaven or hell. He doesn't care. He fucking definitely doesn't care about magic.
Against what's his name? The dude from Spider-Man, Morpheus.
Mm-hmm.
Morbius, right?
Yeah, Morbius, the living vampire.
That's usually who he's hunting down. And shit
it's just a weird one. It's just not for me, but that's why it's his pick of the week.
It is, because it has everything I like.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, that's going to be the floppies for this week. And I know this episode's getting a little bit long because we had a lot of stuff to cover.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to get right to the trade back that we want you guys to read. Yep. We're just kind of trying to, at least for this month style, with the whole spooky Halloween stuff, because October and shit. And we're going to bring you...
Batman The Long Halloween.
You guys don't know, this is a classic.
Yeah, it's written by Jeff Loeb and... drawn by Tim Sow, who we did mention in a couple of issues back. We were talking about the Superman for All Seasons. Mm-hmm. Same dudes, just doing Batman. This is one of their first things that they did. This is classic. This is
one of those Batman must-reads, one of those DC must-reads.
Mm-hmm. And the whole thing is, like, and this should give you an idea. DC thought that it was so good that it's basically year 2 of Batman. There's the year 1... of course, that Frank Miller had done, and that's accepted to be as the actual year 1 as Batman. This is the unofficial year 2, or the official from DC, basically. Yeah. It revolves around Halloween, of course. Yeah. There's a fantastic line in it, but it revolves around the Mafia family, what are they? I can't remember the names right now. The Falcones.
The Falcones, the big. It's one of the big 2 from the Batman.
Yeah, the Falcones and the Carlyles or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but the thing is, it's just Batman trying to figure out what's going on. There's all these killings that are happening, and they're falling on different holidays. So it's 13 comics, and each one is a holiday. So it starts off in Halloween, then it's Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then New Year's, then...
Valentine's?
I don't know which January. Because Valentine's is...
is it New Year's? It's Christmas for December, New Year's for January.
I guess so. I guess
Valentine's
it's New Year's Day. Valentine's Day for February, St. Patrick's Day for March. For April,
it's Easter.
It is no, is it Easter?
Yeah, it's Easter.
Yeah, and then May is.
Oh, that one's a hard one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
What is in May?
Oh, you know what? I think that's because I think that's actually doesn't have one. I think that's actually a catch-up issue. Well, I think that's actually issue 7, and they actually catch you up. Mm-hmm. Because it's supposed to be... April is April Fool's.
April Fool's?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
It's April Fool's.
So what's May?
May, I think, is the catch-up. Then June is Mother's Day. Then July is Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day.
And then August is...
I can't really think of the holidays, right?
I can't really think of anything in August. August and September, and then Halloween again.
It goes back to Halloween.
So
that's why it's called the Long Halloween. Yeah, because it's all the issues that goes through holidays for each month, and then of course it goes back to Halloween.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Is there's a great line where it's Falcone, and he says, "Do you know what the family is calling this? They're calling it the Long Halloween." Because it started on Halloween and you still haven't found whoever the fuck is doing this. And then who actually does it, it's a really big twist. and there's not necessarily just one person.
Nope.
It does heavily involve Harvey Dent, which is part of the reason why I absolutely love this comic. I'm a very big Two-Face guy. I think that guy doesn't get enough in terms of comic books, and I think it's it's a damn shame. That's what I think of.
I could do without the Two-Face.
Yeah, you like Joker. Here's the thing. Two-Face has way more depth. So
you think so? Other than he's, Bruce Wayne's buddy and stuff, but
he has way more depth, bro.
Than Joker?
He has two personalities that are completely different. That he's completely always fighting. The Joker just gives into he's like a rabid dog. He'll give into whatever's next.
Think so? I think the Joker's more calculated.
But Two-Face has a sense of duty and literally relies on a coin to make his decisions.
Oh yeah,
he does not care, and it's so good. It's just everything. The way that it unfolds, it's a slow burn. Just every murder, you're kind of like, who is it? There's actually clues that you can figure it out early. It's just very hidden. You have to really read.
It's a good mystery book. It's a really good mystery book. You're gonna enjoy it. And the art is great. I usually am the one that talks about art is good. And of course, Halloween's the perfect time to read right now.
Mm-hmm.
The weather's kind of cooling down. We're not in Texas, but
at night it's cooling down. So read it at night. It's the best time to.
Yeah. So pick it up, guys.
Yeah.
And plus, it's one of the classes you can finally find any review on any website about comics. They'll probably give you a better review than we do.
Yeah.
But it's good, guys.
It's literally one of the best-selling Batman stories of all time.
Yep. All right. So we're going to try to wrap this up quickly. We're going to give you the comics that come out for tomorrow. We're going to give you the big two. It's going to be Marvel and DC. And then at the end, he's going to cut down to what he thinks you guys should read or we think is going to be popular for the indie stuff.
Yes.
Give him the list.
Alright, so coming out tomorrow for Marvel is All New Wolverine number 25, Amazing Spider-Man number 789, Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows number 12, Daredevil number 27, Defenders number 6, Despicable Deadpool 287.
Jesus.
That's really weird. But The Falcon number 1, it's already a second print. Gwenpool number 21, Hulk number 11, Inhumans Once Future Kings number 3, Ms. Marvel number 23, Rocket number 6, Runaways number 2, Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 13, Star Wars Read Sampler. I think that might be free. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl number 25, Uncanny Avengers number 28, Visions Director's Cut number 5, Weapon X number 9, X-Men Blue number 13, and Zombies Assemble 2 number 3. That's all.
Wow, I ain't read anything out there that I actually want to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, we might pick up Falcon just because it's a new number 1, and I'm not opposed to reading about the Falcon. But yeah, everything else on this.
It's always gonna be like a DC week to us.
Well, Uncanny Avengers starts a new arc called Stars and Garters. Okay, so it's gonna have a Beast in it. That's cool. But the writer kind of sucks. All right, getting on to DC Action Comics number 989.
That's that Oz stuff.
That's number 3 in the Oz. Let's see, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 15. Bombshells United number 3. Dark Knight's Metal number 3, Detective Comics 966, Flash number 32, Gotham City Garage number 1. It has Harley Quinn on the cover on a bike, so I know you're gonna get it.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe.
Ooh, this one looks good. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 30, Mind Games number 1.
That's the aftermath of the Gods one?
Yeah, this is completely different. After reports of Sinestro's return begin to spread, Hal Jordan travels to Earth looking to bring in his one-time Green Lantern partner, but a manhunt turns into a fight for his life as Hal must face the unmatchable power of
Alright, so Sinestro's coming back.
Yeah.
So we should pick that up.
Yeah, Justice League of America number 6. Miracle Man number 3.
Oh, okay.
New Superman number 16. Ragman number 1.
Ooh, Ragman is back? Is that a metal tie-in?
No, maybe. After a failed mission to raid a bomb in the Israeli desert, war veteran Rory Harper is plagued by the death of his partner. As Rory battles his guilt back in Gotham City, he discovers that what was in the tomb has followed him home, and it's about to change his life. But Rory begins his journey, and evil is invading Gotham City, and it wants what he's discovered. A hero is born, and visionary reimagined of the Ragman mythos.
Okay, I'm gonna pick that up. I like Ragman.
Yeah, I'm down for Ragman. Red Hood and the Outlaws number 15.
Maybe. Let's see what they do with that.
Yeah, it's a bizarre reward thing. Scooby-Doo Apocalypse number 18.
That's a fuck yes.
Yeah, I don't know why I just fucking picked that up. Suicide Squad number 27. Supergirl number 14. Superwoman number 15. Wildstorm Michael Cray number 1.
Oh, I guess that's part of the new stuff.
Well, that's just part of Wildstorm because Warren Ellis had done, I think, a 6-issue miniseries for the Wildstorm to bring back those characters, and I guess he's doing like number ones
for each one.
Yeah. But yeah, and then Wonder Woman number 32 to round out that list.
All right, that's gonna be your big 2, guys. Now Roman's gonna give you the list of indies.
Yeah, I'm really shorting it down because there's a lot of crap. Back to the Future number 23. I'm always a good fan of that.
Okay.
Birthright number 27. Black Science number 32.
Black Science I actually heard is really good.
Yeah, Black Science is really good. We've done
we covered the trade back.
Yeah, for the first 6 issues. Pick it up. Dan Dare number 1. Dying of the Dead number 6. Grass Kings number 8. Hellboy and the BPRD 1955.
Ooh, another one shot.
Number 2. Actually, it's number 2.
It's number 2? Okay.
Yeah, I think we might have to strike down number 1, but we'll figure it out. Warhammer Dawn of War Warhammer Dawn of War 3 number 3. Wicked and Divine number 32. Wolfenstein number 2, and Woods number 36.
All right, that's gonna be your list for tomorrow's comics. If you guys want to tell us what you guys are picking up, what you guys are reading, let us know in the comments. You can always tell us what reviews, if you're liking our reviews, and what trade backs you actually want us to read to bring out to the world. You can always join the conversation by subscribing to our YouTube channel. There's YouTube, just Grainworks. That's gonna be us. You can see us right back. I made it where that welcome to Grainworks video is the first thing you see.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you'll see us. Just go in the comments or actually subscribe, hit the little ringer to know, tell YouTube that you're actually liking our stuff and watching it, and comment.
Yeah. Let us know how you like our new studio space.
Oh yeah, we're working. We're trying.
We're gonna do some more stuff to really spruce up these walls. But yeah,
we're trying to bring back a little bit more of a production value to everything.
Yeah.
So we have crisper lights and better sound and stuff like that. You can always follow us on our social medias. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. You could just search Grainworks, and that's gonna be us. And if you don't like none of that, you can always send an email to citypod88@gmail.com, and the title, just go ahead and put comics. And you could tell us whatever you want there, man. You could tell us how much you hate us, how much you like us, if we should just stop. But we won't, because we like doing this.
Yeah.
But for now...
well, we do have our sponsor.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about sponsors.
We do have our sponsor, which is Fade Grips. You can go to fadegrips.store and get a 20% discount on joystick covers, controller covers, maybe little banners and t-shirts, things like that.
You guys, the new generation's about customization. You guys have your phones checked out. Why not give your Xbox One or PS4 cover, a little bit of swag, a little bit of, put them out there. Plus, nobody likes playing with sweaty hands. With Destiny out, with Marvel's Capcom out, with what's a really good game, guys? Cuphead. You guys
Paragon.
There's a lot of games, right?
There's a lot of games.
You want to have the best, feel.
Yeah,
you the best equipment for your gaming.
Yeah.
Go to fadegrips.store. Put our code Grainworks and save yourself that 20%.
Yep.
It helps with the taxes, helps with everything, shipping.
So just go ahead and put capital GRIMMWORKS for 20% at fadegrips.store.
And that's gonna be it for this episode. Like always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Deuces.